Here we are. Have you ever thought of Googling, what should I do a TED Talk on? I did. And you know how many results there are? 0. How am I supposed to do anything if Google doesn't tell me the answer? So I tried this. I went through 3 phases in getting ready for this TED Talk. Phase 1, shock and horror. I'm actually honored to be here. I'm very, very thrilled to be in Chicago, but I'm also shocked. I am nowhere as accomplished as most people on the TED stage. I am certainly not the Dalai Lama. Phase 2, denial. Very invitation to TED, deep in inbox. Take on important project. Take on not so important project. Take on any project. Phase 3, panic. What? I only have 30 days left to do a TED Talk? How is that possibly enough time? And of course, what I was avoiding is a TED Talk really makes you think. It makes you think about what you're doing in life. And of course, I had no idea. So I went looking. I went to TED Talks to watch them. I searched Google. I read my books. But nothing really worked for me. And then suddenly, just like in the movies, she came to me. And she was perfect. She was just as she was supposed to be, and just for me. By knowing what that accomplishment was, I could then stand taller. I could walk as if I knew where I was going in life. And I could be who I wanted to be. Ecstatic, I tried it out on a couple of friends. I said, hey, do you know what you're doing in life? And they're like, what type of question is that? And I said, well, let me try this on you. And it actually worked on them too. So I'd love to share it with you today. I'd love to share my accomplishment with you today too. And the trick of how I got it was a memory. A memory helped me find where I'm going to go. So I'd like to try it all with you. And what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes. We're going to keep our eyes closed until I ask you to open them. And we're going to keep it relatively quiet and calm. Ready? So close your eyes. Forget that you're even here today. Forget everything that's been going on. Just be you. Now, I want you to delve deep into your memory for me. I want you to find a memory that's particularly strong for you. Perhaps it's a memory from before the age of 18, when things were simpler. Or perhaps it's a memory that's particularly warm and fuzzy. Find that deep memory and stay there, where your feelings are, where your memory is, and still with your eyes closed. Describe the memory to me. Where are you, and what's the atmosphere like? How old are you, and who are you with? What's happening? Are there colors? Are there noises? Are there smells? While you think of a memory, I'll share one of mine with you. I was in Australia at about the age of 4. I was in a small little suburb, and I was playing on the street with my sisters. I remember the tall green trees surrounding us. And it was a very temperate, kind of quiet day. What about your memory? What does it feel like? Now, still deep in your memory, pull out what's most important about it to you. If it's a warm and fuzzy memory, what about it makes it so fuzzy and warm? If it's a memory that stirs deep feelings, what about it makes it feel so deep? Is it color and vivaciousness? Is it the warmth of a relationship? Is it the words from a song? Now, thinking of those things that are so key to that memory for you, pull them into where you are today. What can you do to pull those feelings and those key themes into your life today? If it's color and vivaciousness, how can you connect those threads? If it's about the warmth of a relationship, what can you do to bring back or reignite a warm relationship? And if it's the words of a song, play the song or learn to play it. Teach it. Sing it. Memories are such a powerful part of each of us, and so uniquely ours. Find them. Pull out what's important to them, and use them. You can open your eyes. I'll share with you how I found and used the key themes from my memories, and also helped pull them into my future. With my memory from Australia, what's key to me is the outdoors and the carefreeness. So on the weekends, I make sure to take my kids hiking with me, and in the mornings, I try to go hiking as much as possible as well. They keep me grounded and brings me back to that memory from Australia. Another memory of mine is when I was in India, when I was 15. I was staying in a gorgeous, opulent 5-star hotel. The carpets were luscious, there's piano playing in the background, and being served tea. It's the perfectly orchestrated atmosphere in any 5-star hotel in the world. But I remember turning my head slightly to the right and looking out the gleaming windows and seeing hundreds of women in a rainbow of saris, crouched by the river, cleaning their clothes by hand. And what's important to me about that memory is I know those women deserve to actually have jobs to extract themselves from that poverty. And so how I'm doing that in my life today is twofold. One, I work at LinkedIn, where creating jobs for people and permeating them outside all around the world is such a key part to what we do. And then two, I know I actually have to do something even closer to affect those women, so that I know that I can turn back and look at them and know that they've had a chance and an opportunity. I don't exactly know how I'll do it, but I have a quest, and I know I'll do it. That will be my accomplishment. My advice is, when you do this, write down your memories, and don't just stop at one. Keep going. Every memory is a different part of you, and could change your personal or your professional life. So you know I'm a fan of Google. When looking at Google and doing my searches, you can actually see some of the examples of search terms that Google returned for me. On the right-hand side, on your left-hand side is man, and the number of search terms for man. So 5 billion searches for man. And 0 searches for what should I do my TED Talk on. Something I need to add to, obviously. But there's a big chunk here in the middle of search terms that have more results than cat videos, or pizza, or even Grand Theft Auto 5, the fastest selling game in history. And those are, where am I going in life? I just don't know what to do in my life. Purpose in life. How can I be happy? We shouldn't really have to turn to the internet or social media for any of these answers. Instead, we should turn to ourselves and go back to our fundamentals and our core. We should turn to our memories. If you remember anything from today, remember your memories. They are a core part of you, and they're unique to you. And they will help you guide you to a life that's uniquely yours. Thank you.